Let's get it. Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Papa Saper, the one and only. You know what I
Can't
mean?
see.
Huh?
I can't see you, bro.
Even there?
There you go.
Oh, I was about to say. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like down there, I cannot see you.
Oh, okay. I might have to just live stream the actual recording. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I might have to live stream like the actual this screen right here. My screen. You know my main screen. This one. That's cool. That's better.
Yeah.
I bet. All right. So what's up, man? What's up? What's going on? What's going on, man? What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah, we chilling, man. You know, it's the couple of my vet, aka Mother 515, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, bro. Hey.
Bro,
Yeah.
what's up? Talk to me, bro.
So
You know.
I want to start off talking about not really our culture, but I want to talk a little bit more about the government right now, because I I've been reading, and I've been sending you a few things here and there. So I want to know your opinion on the things Trump is doing right now. Currently, I want you to rate him from 0 to 10 as a president right now, and then I'm gonna ask you a question after that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Ask me to rate Trump. I don't know what I'll rate him because I haven't seen how him being in the house has affected me anyhow.
Personally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Like I feel like it's just shit being the same for me at least. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
there's changes, but I haven't seen them. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll rate him.
You really?
You know, I see people getting deported, but at the same time, I understand that people getting deported are like
Illegal.
criminals.
Yeah.
I don't want to say illegal, more of like criminals.
Nah, not just that. It's illegal. Cause they say illegal is criminal. Cause you came here under, you know what I mean. That's you still did a criminal activity. If you
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
Let's,
yeah,
okay, let's put it.
that's what criminal means really. If you like came here illegally, you
Yeah.
committed a crime. You know what I mean. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So it's really innocent motherfuckers, but it's just that they came here illegally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I've seen. So it hasn't affected me as a person because I came here as a refugee. I got my green card as soon as I landed. Boom, green card right here. You
Facts.
know, so I can't rate.
Okay.
I just hope he can deliver his promise of no taxing overtime hours.
So basically you can't rate him because he hasn't really affected you personally.
Yeah,
Man, remember last time I was telling you about affecting you? Sometimes it don't have to just affect you. It can affect everybody, bro. Decisions you make. But
yeah, that's true.
you don't seem to care about that though.
No, I don't. Because right now I care about me. I'm too broke to care about other people. You know, right now I only care about me
I
first.
mean, shit. The
If
Bible says,
if
help
him
yourself so I can help you.
if him being in the seat affects my money, then I might be mad. But right now, my money's still where it's supposed to be. You know, so I don't got reason to hate him. Because I feel like even if it was Kamala, right?
Yeah, Kamala.
Even if Kamala would have won, would have found will also look for something else to complain. Every year is the same thing. You know, this year's the
Yeah.
Republicans, whatever. Next year it might be the Democrats. You know what I mean? I feel like they be doing that shit on purpose, bro.
So, hey,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like that.
they know which part they know which party is gonna run next year, but they know what they're doing.
I mean, they always know which part is gonna run. Obviously, it's always the same people running. If you think about it.
One comes, fucks it up. The other one comes, fix it a little bit and fucks up more. The other person comes, fix it a little bit, fuck up more. You know what I mean? Like, there's
I
always
feel you.
some to fix and some to fuck up. Some to fix and some to fuck up. They already come with the agenda. They know what they're gonna fuck up in order to fix this. The next party comes in, fixes what the other one fucked up, and then they fucked up too. You know?
I mean, that's the thing, though, right? Is they don't really know what's gonna work, what's not gonna work. It's kind of like a test.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
okay.
I can rate.
So
I'm just
I
living
mean,
life.
okay. So if I had to rate him, if I had to rate Trump, I'll give him
Yeah.
I give him a fair grade. I give him like a 5 out of 10.
Why 5 out of 10?
because if you look at it, he actually has done some things that I like for example, like neutralizing the fact, not even neutralizing. I mean, that's a word. That's the wrong word to use. I would say bringing back the the way the world was in terms of the old ways, like gender equality, gender wise. You know what I mean? Like he's taking away all that, man and a woman. I mean, a man can be, labeled as a woman on the fucking birth certificate, whatever, whatever. You have the fuck all that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
all that. You know
That
what
was
I'm saying?
he was bald for that. He was very bald for that.
He was, yeah, and you
That
can
was a
see
very,
eh,
very bald move, especially in a country like this one.
facts,
That was a bald move for them,
and you can
And
see like,
he showed what he's capable of.
yeah, for real. I mean, and you can see like people hating on him for that, but you have to understand like that's how it's always been. It's always been a man and a woman. And if you are gay,
Yeah.
I mean, let's not act like gayness just started 2025, 2024, 2023, 2020. This shit started back then, even when the Bible type shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like it was just never brought up. Like right, we never people. Not we, cause I was. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm talking about, people don't make that. It's not normal, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not a normal thing to do. So it's not. And I ain't trying to get canceled. I'm just saying that's not. You know what I mean? That's not normal, bro. But people, 2025, they're trying to normalize it like it's cool. You know what I mean?
What do you think the agenda is? Are they trying to slow down the birth rate? Because I heard there's too many people.
I mean, they can't even do that because Elon Musk's trying to do more. Remember, he said, "I'm trying to multiply the population."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up with this gay shit going on, bro? Because
So
literally every movie, every show, they gotta be a gay.
they gotta be a
person
gay
in it.
couple. You know why? Because this is what I'm gonna tell you. Just like how before in scary movies you never saw a black person. I'm gonna give you this example, right? But now every movie you watch, a scary movie, there have to be a black person in it. Reason?
There's not
Because
enough white people.
the reason is because they have to attract a black community as well. So
Right.
for the political stuff, for it to go far and to include everybody, then now everybody is half gay. You know what I'm saying? So they have to include some gay shit so they can attract that crowd as well. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Even Black Panther had the transgender. Not
Transgender shit.
yeah, like
I
bro,
mean, that
Black
girl,
Panther.
black. This nigga confused.
Bro, I was watching the show,
Black
bro.
Panther.
I was watching the movie, bro. I seen a gay person, and I was like, why? Like how? Like the
Yep.
story
They-
and who this person is don't go together.
They have to attract the gay community, the LBTQHDMI.
Man, that's messed up, bro. I can't even watch movies with my son, bro.
Nah, these days, nah. 90% of the movies now you watch, they have to be a gay person in it. Literally, that's crazy. And 90% of it, they have to be one black person in it. I promise you.
Bro, this is wild thoughts, bro. You think we got gay niggas in the Babembe community, bro?
Hell yeah.
You think
Hell yeah, bro. It seems like we don't, but I promise you we do. That's why even in Africa we have some gay niggas. But guess what? It's forbidden to be gay in Africa type shit.
Babembe gay?
Hell yeah, there's some gay babembes. Hell yeah, nigga.
Damn.
Y'all thought y'all special, nigga. Y'all thought
Yeah,
y'all
bro.
yeah, bro. There is some gay babembes, bro. I promise you. There's some gay Burundi people, Rwandese people, Babembe people.
I
There's
don't know about the Burundi people, but I don't know about it.
this nigga. Nah, don't do that. 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 He said about the Burundi people.
No,
But no.
only because I know a few Burundis that are, that are gay, but I don't want to say few. Yeah, few, but Alright, maybe.
Ngoy said that's crazy though. No, it's crazy work. Like to think
wait,
that.
are we live on Instagram?
Yeah, we live on Instagram too. You wanna see that instead of me? You wanna see that instead?
Nah, we good, cause on there, like your voice and your lips
And
don't
my
sync.
it don't sync because it's 5 seconds before. It's 5 seconds before.
Yeah, you message me
Yeah,
up.
yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. So, but yeah, man, there is here. I can do this if you want. I can just do that.
Yeah, yeah, you can do that. But I don't think there's gay Babembe. I don't think so.
There's a gay baby. I promise you. Yeah, oh, there you go. Look, there's a chat right there.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, that's fire.
I'm gonna have to.
You're
I'm gonna have
smart.
to. I just guessed how to do that shit. I didn't know how to do that shit for sure.
But damn,
Bro,
bro.
there's some gay babies, bro. You just have to find. Look, listen. Everywhere you go is about the crowd, right? That's why they say surround yourself with good environment. That can be gay, straight, violent, calm. You know what I mean? Educated,
Yeah.
dumb as fuck. You know what I mean? So there's different type of environment you can be in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's
Right
definitely
now,
gay
the
people
gay environment,
out there.
they might start thinking gay too.
There's a lot of bro. A lot of Congolese girls are bisexual.
Yeah.
So why do you think that they can't
Yeah.
be? You know what I mean? Why do you think they can't be gay Congolese if there's a lot of Congolese are bisexual? Come on, bro. Be for real.
Fine. Only
It's just
only society no only because the society is like when it comes to like a nigga and a nigga, the society look at it like nah nigga, you know, like nah fuck nah.
they
But when it
said
comes to like
that
a girl and a girl, we you know niggas be
I
okay with
feel
that.
you. Niggas be okay, yeah, I feel you. But when my Msafi said go to Dayton, you will see him. And then Goy is actually Goy lives in Dayton. He said hell nah.
You know what I mean, bro?
Bro, Goy is my cousin though. Shout out to my cousin, man. Hey,
No,
shout out
that's
to
what
the
I'm
chat.
saying. I don't think they exist, bro. I don't think
No,
they
no, no.
exist.
There's definitely gay people out there that's Congolese and the Burundians,
No,
whatever, all of it.
yes, Babembe though, nah.
But Ben, bro, come on, bro. This, I'm
I feel
telling
like
you.
the niggas from Kinshasa, they be gay.
See what I'm
Few
saying?
of them be
Hey,
gay.
yeah. Kinshasa niggas, man, you know, some little homo shit.
No, Kinshasa niggas be gay. It's
But
a
you
few of
know,
them be gay.
but Bembe though, I mean, like, it's very rare, but
Nah, bro.
it's a
I don't
thing.
think they will ever be.
There's gay people, like, again, like Wema said, there's gay people everywhere, bro. We not special like that. You know what I'm saying, bro? We just like everybody
But
else.
there's percentages though.
Yeah, but we still okay. Let me tell you. As long as it's more than 0%, it's still something. It's still a thing. You know what I'm saying?
But those are like in Yarugus. I'm talking about here in the US.
There's probably even more in the U.S.
No way.
I promise you. Cause in Tanzania, like, bro, how you poor and gay?
I don't know.
How you poor and gay, nigga?
Just because you poor don't mean you don't get horny, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, hey, let me tell you something, bro. Let me
Man,
tell you
we the
something.
poorest motherfucker
Listen,
who got hella
this
kids,
this is
bro.
wild thoughts, right? Wild thoughts, right? I
Yeah.
promise you, when you broke, you're not that horny.
Why you promising me?
No. Let me tell you why, right? Because
Yeah.
man wise, like that shit is a turn off. Like, think about it. If your girl asks you, baby, let me give me $100, and you're like, you don't have that shit like that. Like, that's kind of like that kind of turns you off, like as a man. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
My
So
girl better know. My girl better know I don't got $100.
no, you gotta
There's no way.
do
No way
it.
you ask me for $100 knowing I don't got $100.
No, but sometimes it's just a feeling of asking. You don't have to be like, oh yeah, okay,
what?
oh, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Bro. Nah, but I feel like when you broke, that's when you more horny, bro. You see how these niggas be moving, bro?
Hell nah,
They be
nah,
spending
no,
last $1 to get coochie.
nah, not me. But like, I mean, it depends.
No.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. You know me, I can't hear really. You know what I'm saying? But
This is why, right? This is why I said this. The reason why most niggas will not make it is because of coochie.
facts.
They they focus more on that instead of trying to get a bag. You know what I mean? So like I feel like when niggas are broke, that's when they lie the most, and that's when they just want to have some quick shit.
I mean, lies. That one, you don't have to be broke to do that. That one, I feel like
I love
niggas,
it.
niggas just do that.
When you got money, there's no reason to lie. But when you got, why am I lying to you about? I got money.
That
with
is
me,
true.
why
That
am
is
I
true. That
lying?
is true. That's very true. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You know.
Hey, chat. Nah, I don't want to say like that. But I'm telling you, real niggas know it's less likely to be turned on when you broke. I promise you. You don't no. Listen, if your girl give it to you, you gonna take it. But it's not like mentally you're not mentally like, you know what I'm saying? You're not like, you know what I mean?
money. When I feel like there's a line between money and sex.
Definitely, but it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, but when you broke, that's when you get it the most. Cause I mean, like even when you have money, you get it the most. But at the same time, when you have money, you have options. You know. But when you broke, you have a target. You know, bro. If I got these two or this one, I can't get it. I can't get it anywhere else.
She
So
said
I'll
not
do
the
the
ones.
most.
She said not
The
the.
same person.
She said not the ones with morals. It's easy as fuck.
Huh? Yeah,
Not
but
the
I
one.
mean,
Yeah, not the ones with
that-
morals.
that's something else though. That's another.
I mean, no. I mean, again, it plays. It plays.
You can be broke. You can be broke
Look,
with no
like,
morals.
like,
You can be broke with morals.
yeah. I don't.
Yeah, like you said, not you. So you know,
Yeah, like,
you
but
gotta see
that's
a millionaire.
no. I gotta just like, if my girl asks me for like, for like, yo,
Yeah.
I need this, okay? It feels good, like that shit. It feels good, like to be like, oh yeah, like I got it. You know what I mean? That
Right.
like is a more like it makes you feel good. You know what I mean? And it makes you feel
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Like, it just makes you feel like you're doing your shit. But like, and then if
Yeah.
if your girl come to you and be like,
You feel-
yo,
you feel-
yo, let me get it, and you say, nah, I don't got it. It turns you off a little bit, like as a man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
Yeah,
you just,
as
but
a
like
man,
again, with no morals, like the niggas no morals, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a
and
fuck.
most broken people don't got morals, bro. It's just for real.
That's true too. That's true too.
You know,
Niggas
it
gonna
goes
be like,
together, bro. I promise you, niggas with morals are the ones that go far, bro, because they can
Facts.
control themselves better.
facts. That is
They
true
have
too.
they have self discipline. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Most of the niggas that are broke, no morals, because they just do
They just
whatever.
out here doing whatever.
If I-
Yeah, I feel. I
Yeah.
get exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
They
facts.
stuck. They are stuck. Because here's why I say they are stuck, right? Because most of the time, when you're like focused and you locked in, you don't really have time for all that pleasure shit. You know,
Look.
you don't got time to you're
Facts.
doing whatever.
Facts.
You know,
She said
but
if you
when you
broke,
just doing whatever, you got hella time, bro.
she said if you broke and comfortable doing all that, it won't turn you off. Most niggas like that, especially Congolese men, like an African and an American little boys. And then Wema, that's facts. And then Wema said,
Men in
bruh,
general, bro. Men in general, bro. Not just Congolese. Men in general.
this nigga Wema, again, Wema, I'm not gonna expose your city. I'm not gonna expose where you live, but I'm gonna say where you are, which means you are in Kentucky, right? And this nigga, he just said, bruh, you ain't gotta pay for shit. Just come to my city. You get full service for free, and the whole week. So no reason to pay for some coochie. That's tough. That's tough.
But I'm telling you, bro.
That's tough.
I'm telling you.
But again,
yeah.
bro, fuck your camera, bro. Your camera good at it, man. Keep moving that shit. Keep moving that shit. Bro, that shit keeps going out of focus. It's going like this. But no, for real though, that's a fact. That's a fact. No, and that's why I don't like going to Kentucky like that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, not for like, you know what I mean?
What Kentucky do? There's
No, bro, but I'm telling you, Kentucky, bro, girls don't give a fuck about anything. That's a problem. Like, girls, they don't, no respect. I'm not gonna do that because I still gotta perform over there sometimes. But look,
no self,
no self control, no respect, nothing, bro. Kentucky, bro. He said pay for some coochie is crazy work.
Hey, bro. I promise you, bro. You probably have done it too. You just don't know it yet.
You just don't, no, they know. He knows. It's my cousin. He knows. But he knows. He knows though. He knows.
Hours away, and you book that hotel, and you still pay for that food.
Fact.
You
You paying for that? Yeah. Facts. Listen.
You pay for it.
Shaq.
It's not coming to your house.
Shaq said this, right?
Yeah.
Shaq said this. You pay for pussy you don't know. This is why. Right? Let me tell you something. If you gotta do this and this for your girl, this
Yeah.
and this and that, all the this and this and this and that you doing all includes what? One thing, money.
Oh yeah, Mr.
At the end of the
Benjamin.
day, if she happy, she's more likely to give it to you, correct? Which means you're
Definitely.
essentially doing what? Come on.
You pay
Let's be
for it.
let's be
You
for real.
too.
Look,
You pay.
look. That's it. That's it.
You pay for it, bro.
That's
They be
it.
like, nah, I just took her on a trip, nigga. You didn't have to give her the
Nah,
money, but
you
you pay.
didn't.
You
You pay for that shit.
it, but that shit that happened on the trip.
Facts. Facts. You know?
You
But
know, so
for real.
we all pay for it, bro. At some point, we all pay.
Bro, we all, man, listen. It might not be in the streets, but you know, but you have.
Right,
It
right.
might not be like,
right.
you know, yeah.
You still exchanging currency for
Facts.
pleasure.
For pleasure. And that's everywhere though.
no. That's everywhere. It's
That's-
normal. It's not.
That's
it's not a bad
everywhere.
thing. It's
That's
normal.
anything, really. That's anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but nah, there's no gay people in the Congolese.
There is definitely gay people in the Congolese community. You know, I
Name one.
understand. I understand you,
Name
but you
one.
have to come. You have to come with. You have to accept that, my boy.
Name
You
one.
you really think? Hey, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it now. Don't make me do it. I will do it. You know what I'm saying?
You know someone?
Hell yeah, Bambi too,
Nah.
bro. I
You know what's crazy?
Okay, I'm about to remind you. You was there with me, nigga. Don't act like you was not there with me. You was there with me. Look, Cleveland Youth Festival. You saw that gay nigga that was there? That was in Bimba? You saw that gay nigga that was there? Sitting next to Igwe? You not see that nigga? Come on now. Be for real now. Be for real. Yeah, yo. There was a gay nigga in Cleveland that was sitting next to Igwe. That was Mbembe. That's
Nah.
fuck too. Be for
For
real,
real?
man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cleveland Youth Festival.
Damn.
Yeah. And listen,
that was- that was-
I'm gonna find the pictures. I'm gonna ask Christian to send me the pictures because he knows who I'm talking about. You know, and then I'm gonna send it to you.
Damn, I'm trying to think.
Crazy ass nigga kept looking at me too. I'm like, bro, relax. Relax. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all nigga handsome, but you know, I ain't roll like that.
Oh. I thought you called him handsome. I was gonna say what?
No, me.
What?
I know a
What
nigga.
comment say?
The comment say, I know a nigga, I know a gay nigga in the closet, and he Congolese. I witnessed with my own eye. Facts. Hey, they just in there. I'm telling you, they're in the closet, but they really gay, my nigga. Type shit. Over here, he said, bro, I would name them niggas for you if you want me to. Facts, bro. Everybody knows somebody, bro, that's like fruity as fuck.
Like I know a Congolese, but then I'm Wembe though.
Nah, I know Bambi, bro. Them niggas like that, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I feel like them niggas are like.
He was
bro, I
trying to
ain't
see
gonna
what's
lie.
up with. He said he was.
I've went to these events before and I've pipped some shit. I'm like, nah,
Nah,
that don't seem right. You know?
bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Again, this is not gay. This is not gay. Okay, this is not. What I'm about to say right now is not gay. This involves
Holding
Martin.
hand?
Martin Classic, right? Let me tell you. that nigga Martin, bro. No, I love Martin. I love
Yeah,
Martin.
bro.
No. Fuck that. Look. I love Martin, right? Martin, he's nowhere gay. Obviously, we know that. But when he talks to you, he grabs you in your head like this. Bro, come on, man. You too close. And he put your head on his head, and y'all talk like this. I'm like, come on, man. Nah. And then look, and then he grab your hand like this, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he not fruity. He just like that's how he's raised. You know, in Mukambi. You know, that's how you talk to your little brother. You know, that's how you talk to your little niggas. You know, but I understand. But no, like I don't know, bro. I'm trying to defend the nigga. That's my boy, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But no, for real, I be telling him like step aside for a little bit, like just a couple inches, you know, because like let me tell you, he be talking to you. Martin would talk to you face to face, my nigga, you can feel his breath. I'm telling you, this is how Martin talk to people like this, bro. I swear to God. Look, this is the distance between this is the distance between you and Martin when you talking like this.
Nah, I'll be like, nah, step back.
Bro, have you never seen the pictures of him talking to people? He be close as fuck.
Have you seen? Have you went to those? I usually see this at the funerals where like the two grown men will be holding hands walking.
Again, that's normal though. Like
That's normal.
it's normal. Like,
Because we did that too.
do you know? Let me tell you. Back in the day in the Bible, men used to kiss men on the cheek. That's high. Type shit.
On the cheek. I mean,
On
they
the
still
cheek,
do it now.
you know what
Like,
I mean?
Italy and
I can't imagine kissing a nigga in the cheek. Fuck that shit.
they still do that in Europe.
Nah, I mean, like
Because in
again.
Europe,
To
they
me, it's
feel
not
like that.
normal. To me, it's not normal, right? But to niggas like live in France, you know, that the niggas that's Congolese,
Yeah.
old Congolese, that's cool, you know, and that's cool. I ain't tripping, you know. But like,
Yeah.
I'm really against getting that close to a nigga. Like, there's no reason for me to get close to a nigga like that. You know what I mean?
How you niggas doing now? We chilling, bro.
We good, bro. We chilling. You know, we doing this podcast thing. You know, but now nobody talk to me like that. Nyarugusu. But nah, bro. Kissing a nigga on the cheek. Yeah, bro. That's how it is, bro. You know. But look, I understand. It depends where you. I think Italian niggas do that too, right? Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Italian. That's like how you greet people and shit, you know. And that's okay because it just depends where you from. But if you come to America and do that shit a little homo, my bro. That's a little fruity, you know. But then again, that's where you have to be civilized. You know what I mean? You can't.
I feel like
you can't.
America's so fucked up, bro. Everything is gay.
Everything is gay. My nigga, why you eating that fruit like that? Why you eating a banana like that? That's gay. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean everything is gay. But look, right? This is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Again, this is for everybody. And this is why I don't really like Makanzu. I don't really like all that shit. You know, I already told you this. Like this is what I'm explaining. I don't like when a mom or like a girl, she wearing like a grand sapin and it's like 95 degrees. You know what I mean? To me, I'm against that. Like, fuck, nigga, just wear some shit that's comfortable. Like, y'all be here wearing like baze and shit and it's like 150 degrees. The fuck?
But if she feels comfortable in that, let her feel comfortable.
I understand. That's like a sign of respect, but fuck that at that moment. Because, and that's how you gonna start smelling like you don't fucking wash yourself.
You want her to wear like what? Sundresses and shit?
No, not sundresses, but like there's some things more comfortable than just a baze or like a grand sapin, you know, and that particular moment, you know what I mean? Like you know that. But Bikwembe in the summertime, walking to go get your kid in the bus stop is crazy. You don't think so? But to me, that's crazy work, bro. Listen, you can literally tell a difference between a Mbembe and a normal Congolese person in the summertime.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the summertime, bro. I swear to God. Guys, I'm against that, bro.
I'm against Bikwembe, bro.
I'm against. I don't like Bikwembe. My girls know I don't like Bikwembe like that. She think I like it, but I told her I don't really like it. You know what I'm saying? But when she wear it, she wear it good as fuck. I love the way she wears it. You know, like when she wears it. When she wears it, I love it. You know, but then I don't really like girls that wear be thinking like that. You know, you get it.
I don't. When they
She just normally like beautiful. She just normally look good. You know, huh?
When they overdress like every weekend,
every weekend and shit, every time. Nah, don't do that. Like,
one of those days when she puts it on, you're like, damn, babe, okay, you know?
Yeah, it's like, you don't see all the time. Then it's like more, it's exciting, you know?
Yeah, because I feel like most of the time when a young lady get married, and it goes like a week, and they start putting the mother's outfits on.
Yeah,
they change right
not
away.
my wife.
They
my wife
completely change. You know?
My wife doesn't do that.
No, I'm saying like I've seen few, you know, from my own community, and like they completely change. They go from this person to this person.
To this person,
like,
yeah. And that's why some people they like, bro, don't change who you are when you get married. Like, don't change, you know what I mean, and shit like that. You know, but I mean, there's gonna be some shit that's gonna, you know, but it's better for you to just stay how you was, you know, because.
Do you feel like there's an age range to get married?
Yeah.
You think so?
18 and up, nigga.
Nah, I don't know about 18 and up.
18 and up.
I'll honestly say like for a man, I'll say like
23, 25 type shit.
22 going up.
22 for real? Yeah, I say 22.
going up.
20, Luna, sit down.
I'll say 22 going up. And the crazy part is like, for some reason, I wish I could have gotten married like earlier.
Nah, because if you think about it, you wouldn't meet who you have right now earlier. Being who you are, you wouldn't. Let me tell you why you don't wish like that.
No, I understand what you mean. I had
Yeah.
to, it had to be this way.
Yeah, because you
It
are
had
who
to
you
be.
are now, and you've learned from the past. So if you wish like that, that means she would be in one of your past people, and you'll be with someone else right now. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I
that's
was, I was outside.
yeah. On God.
I was outside. No one was
Outside like
coming
a
between me. No one was coming between me and my moments, bro.
Hell nah. You was living it. You was living it.
You start making noise, nah, you gotta go.
You gotta go. You gotta go. But yeah, man, that's
But no, I feel like for the younger guys, when I feel like when the time comes, I feel like it's the right step.
That's what I mean. You be annoying. Come on, go.
It's the right step,
Go
you
step.
know. It
Yeah.
feels like a trap sometimes, but it's the right step.
Hell yeah. But it's all about getting to know each other.
No, it's the right step only because as a man, it changes your mindset.
That's
You know,
true.
you become responsible.
That's true.
Now every move is calculated.
Facts.
You feel me?
And you have
Yeah,
to
every move
understand.
is calculated.
You have to understand
now
you as
yeah.
Go ahead. My bad.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying like I was gonna say like every time you try to step out, like you already know like what's up. You know, okay, I'm stepping out, but I got somebody.
Facts.
You know.
Yeah. You gotta
So,
represent.
yeah.
Because you got the only thing you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
hope is she represent you too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
yeah. Nah, it's the right step, bro. It's the right step. I feel like
Facts.
everybody should do it. Even the fuck niggas.
now the fuck niggas when they ready. When they ready to live,
There's no such thing as being ready, bro. That's one thing I learned, bro.
hmm
You can never be ready, bro.
Never is crazy, but
You only
I get what
you
you're
can
saying.
never be ready, bro. You only outgrow
I mess this shit up
experiences,
or
you
what?
know?
I mess this shit up or what? I mess it up or what?
You did mess it up.
Here, let me try it one more time.
You did mess it up.
Go ahead, bro. Keep talking. My bad.
But yeah, I was saying like you don't you can never be ready, bro. You only outgrow your experiences. So the more late you get at an early age, the faster you might get married.
Facts.
The more laid back you are, the late you might get married. Because like by the time you're outside, you're probably like 25, 26. But some of us who started going out when we were like 12, by the time we hit like 21, 22, we're like, nah. You know how someone can be like, damn, I can't wait to be 21. But I did
Yes,
everything I
yeah.
needed to do. I was like
Facts.
15. So
Facts. This nigga said, how y'all feel about niggas having two wives?
nah,
Bro.
nah.
Me, I
don't
personally,
support that.
again, there's some niggas out there that entertain that. But to me, I cannot have two wives, bro.
I feel like they entertain it, but by the time, but they end up
Reality
regret-
comes in, bro. Reality comes.
Yeah, I feel like they found themselves enjoying the moment,
Facts.
but then it gets to a point where it's like, nah, bro, this shit's tiring. Because think about it, right? Imagine you have two wives, and they both got kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
They both of them want to spend a weekend with you,
Mm-hmm.
but now, where are you gonna go? You go on this side, the other one calls you, yo, your kid is sick, your kid need this.
Yep.
What are you gonna do? You gonna ignore your other kid? It's an excuse for you to go there.
Facts.
So you found yourself trapped in between, two universes, and you can't. You just be mad 24/7.
Facts. You're gonna
You
be
be
mad. Nobody. You're
stressed
gonna be mad at nobody but yourself too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, someone will
You're
try
like,
to talk to you, and you just, the answer you give them is like a frustration answer.
Facts.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to bring it to this side, so I can see him
What
the
happened?
whole
What
time.
happened to it? What
I don't
happened
know,
to it?
bro.
It was
I don't know because when I clicked here, it went off. You know what I mean? It goes off, and then I'm trying to bring it back, and then I fucked it up. But
yeah.
I'll
Let me see
figure
what
it.
the last time he
I'll
said.
figure it out. He said a lot of niggas. They said, bro, I love the chat. They're using words, you know, nigga, you know, so shit like that. I say,
Yeah,
you know
yeah, yeah.
what I'm saying? I got him. I got
You
him
feel
saying words. I got him saying bad words. I got. And a lot of niggas out here are okay. She said, Bella. I think that's a girl. So he said, and a lot of niggas out here are more than 21 and still don't know what they want. That's facts.
No, you know when I was 21, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where I was at in life.
I think that comes with your environment though.
Oh yeah,
Because I
it
know this
does.
nigga that been married for a long time. He's 25 now, but he got married at 20, and he's doing fine, you know. But he's mature. He's a he's a nigga that grew up around Bababa, you know. So
Man, those type of niggas are close-minded, bro.
yeah, for sure. They're
They're
strict.
very,
They're
they're very
strict.
close-minded.
They're not open to nothing at all. Nothing.
They're not open to nothing, bro.
Nah,
And
nothing
they
new.
miss on a lot of opportunities in life.
Mm-hmm. But it works for them sometimes. It depends on the girl they marry. You know what I mean?
You know, the best thing I ever did was go outside of my community. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Being in a community is a good thing. I'm in my community, of course, but I'm saying because when I went outside, I learned life in different perspectives, in different cultures. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I learned how what life is in different languages and different cultures. Because I mean, if you're hanging out with Americans, you know how they look at life. You're hanging out with West Africans, they look at life differently. You're hanging out with Babembe, they look, you know what I mean? So like, I was able to pick up all those little stuff from all the people that I'm around. Like
Facts.
that was the best thing I ever did. I'm glad I'm not close-minded, bro. Because not right now, the way life is, if you're close-minded, you might struggle a little bit.
Facts. Ooh, I think I did it.
Yeah, it's fine. That's better now. Like if you're close-minded, you might struggle a little bit. Opportunities don't opportunities don't come your way.
Facts. You know, and actually, that's one thing I learned from my girl. You know what I mean? So, I would like to say I'm a little close-minded, you know, but she got me out that bubble, you know. But it takes a person, you know, and it takes, someone if you like that, you know. If you it takes
Yeah,
it takes a
it takes
person,
someone,
you know,
yeah.
yeah, someone, to unlock that for you, you know. But
Yeah.
again, that's one thing I can say. Oh, why do you love your girl? And I can answer because she changed me and this and this and this and this and this. You know what I mean? You know, I used to be like that, like that, like that. You know, so but yeah, you know what I'm saying. I feel you in terms of close-minded shit. But let's go to
Yeah.
since we're in the community now again a little bit because I don't want to get too stuck in that. Let's talk about
Right.
let's talk about I would say let's talk a little bit about artists, and then we're gonna dive into the community, like in terms of dancing and dancers. Because I saw this one video that I mean, let me tell you why I want to talk about this. I saw this one video
Yeah.
of this girl dancing in church. I don't know if you saw it, and everybody's on that
saw it.
girl's ass. Everybody's
Saw the
on that
video.
girl's ass about dancing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that? What's your take on that? Like, how do you feel about that?
That's a beautiful
Honestly.
question, bro.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna say, right? Because I used to be in church too. I used to dance in church.
Yes.
I used to be in choir, right?
Mhm.
So I understand how she's feeling because I was in her shoes. You feel me?
Oh, facts.
Oh.
Facts.
Normal people outside people won't understand because when it comes to music, you can lose yourself in music.
It's vibration.
You
it's
can
a
easily lose
connection,
yourself.
bro.
That's
Yeah.
why. That's why, like when you're watching people dancing, you see their face expressions.
Mm-hmm.
You might be standing right there, but I promise you, they don't see you.
They don't see you, not one bit.
They in the zone, they in the
in the
music, and be careful with Congolese seven, bro. You feel me?
That
That
pote,
one, that's
yeah.
what
That one?
she was feeling.
And she was dancing seven. She was dancing seven. So
This is how I knew she was feeling. That spin, that little spin she did, that was too smooth, it was too calculated.
oh my god. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
spin was too calculated. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with it. I
Mhm.
feel like there's a lot wrong with the person who's watching and sexualizing it because you are in church.
Yeah.
Why you sexualizing someone who's dancing
You
on
should.
a godly song?
Yeah. Instead of,
They
and then
go,
let's talk about Jacob. Let's talk about Jacob. What did you
yeah.
saw Jacob, right? His name is
Huh?
Mandy, but out of respect,
Yeah, Mandy Classic,
out
yeah.
of respect, I'm not gonna disrespect the nigga, even though I don't really fuck with him like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with him. Actually, I'm not gonna say I don't fuck with him. I fuck with him in terms of as a person, but I don't fuck with him in terms of music because I don't think he's talented. You know what I mean? But in terms of a person, I respect it. You know, let's say Jacob. How do you feel about Jacob saying what he said? I know you saw that.
Yeah. He spoke from his point of view, which he's a man of God. I guess he's saved now, right?
Yes, we have to respect that.
And I understand. I understood what he was saying. There's no difference between the girl and the other girl he was comparing to. But the difference is they dancing to two different
Two different
songs that kind
songs.
of have the same melody.
Facts.
So what do you want the other girl to do?
Facts.
Because Michael Lambai song, Where and Sonny song, I
They
promise you they got
all the same music, different
it's the
message, different
yeah,
message.
same genre, different message.
Yep. Yep.
Something is generic. Same to when the gospel, the other one is not gospel. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So why can't she dance to this song? Why not?
Bro, you are singing.
You know,
You are
yeah,
singing.
like
It's seven, bro. It's seven. You have to. Even in that video, they're dancing too, bro. It's not like they're not
I
dancing.
think Jake, whatever his name is, Jacob, I think he said that because maybe alikuwa nakata kiuno, and as we know, ukianza kata kiuno is, but at the same time, but I feel like that he just sexualized it. That's all.
So
So
look,
he needs to check himself.
he need to. That's what I was gonna say. He needs to check himself.
He needs to check himself. Yeah.
This is why, and then I'm gonna add
Some
something.
video, like,
Yeah,
you know.
and I'm gonna add this, right? I used to be a kiongozi, choir kiongozi,
Mhm.
and again, my dad is old school. My church is old school. We are Pentecostal church, and sometimes
Yeah.
I understand if that girl angekuwa nakata like that kushere ni mwana kwaya, ninge understand kidogo. Unaona?
Now you talk.
Now we're talking, but she's doing
Yes.
that in church and she's feeling the spirit. Sometimes you cannot control, and she can sing too. I saw the video and I commented under it. She can dance, but she can also sing though. You know what I'm saying?
Now, my question though. Here's my question: If she was wearing like a big ass
Yes.
dress that you can't see the cast of her body, and she was still doing the same
Doing the
dance,
same move, you will not see all that.
would
No,
there be some wrong?
I get what you're saying. That's a good question. If again, chat, if she was wearing a dress, just like modern dress, no, not modern dress, like an old school dress, right? And she was dancing the same way, would they sexualize it like that? Like the way they're doing right now? Would they sexualize it?
Now, what's the difference between what she was doing and when the Congolese girls are dancing to the cultural Babembe songs at the weddings? I'm sure a lot of them are in choir also.
Facts. I mean,
So what's the difference?
again, the difference, I can answer a little bit. The difference, Jacob is saying the difference is tukumbele mazabao. That's the difference.
Yes.
You know, that's and you have to respect that. You know what I'm saying? And I respect him for looking at it in a different perspective, but at the same time, you are sexualizing the situation. You're not really looking at it like, you know what I mean? So to me,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
To me, I would say that's him being lustful.
Yes.
And I'm not saying he wants the girl, but I'm saying the way he's looking at it in a situation maybe he's been into.
But you gotta understand this one thing. I don't even blame Jacob because that's how they teach us.
That's how they teach us. That's how it is.
I want to say African. I don't want to generalize it, but I feel like we are taught that. I don't understand how a person can dance so much at a party, but when you go dance in front of a church, now it's wrong.
Like, do you not want me to be myself? Like literally,
more.
Do you want me to show you who I am, or do you want me to do that closed door? Like in terms of like, you know, like, so you
Yeah.
wanna, because if you see me in a party dancing like that, you're gonna be like, ah, mtoto anakuwa mtomoto. Afu kanisa, I'm not like that. I'm chill, I'm calm, I don't do
Bro,
nothing. You're gonna be like, this nigga different.
you know
They're
what?
like, this nigga fake. Ni mnafiki
Yeah,
yani, you know what I'm saying?
if
But if I,
anything, you were supposed to be dancing for Jesus.
thank you. Now if I keep the same energy, mbele mazabao, but and then also in the where you know, where at the wedding, for example, if I'm dancing, you're gonna know, oh, that kid, she can dance. That's how she's,
Bro,
that's how she is.
people that complain have never felt music, bro.
And then I
You
heard. Did you see what he said?
forget where you at, bro.
What he said kind of pissed me off. This is where he kind of started pissing me off. I swear to God. This nigga said, okay, I know a lot of people, but alisema hivi, najua watu wa mingi watasema Daudi alikuwa mfalme aka alimwambia bana na kucheza, ndio hivyo. Akaanza kusema eti, okay, ulinywa bana na kucheza. Okay, now take your clothes off. What the fuck you talking about? What are we talking about? What are you talking about? He know anything?
Like,
he
why
started
do you
saying
think
he started saying, okay, kucheza, okay, now take your clothes off.
That's how you know something is.
That's how
wrong
you
with
know
him.
it's him. It's not
it's him.
her. It's him.
It's him. Why are you talking about take your clothes off? What does that have to do with her?
What that has to do with the situation? She's wearing clothes, and she's wearing
What
actually
does
the clothes she was wearing.
Yes.
It was up to her knees. If you really think about it, the clothes she was wearing was up to her knees.
She was dressed good. It's
She was
just
dressed fine.
we
Yes, is a mental thing. It's a mental thing. It's a mindset thing.
If we continue this way, we're not gonna see heaven. God don't even
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
He don't support it.
And again, why is he doing judging? And God said, you know, I'm the one to judge you. To judge you. Yeah, I'm not supposed to judge people. But understand, we are humans, you know, and we're gonna, you know, put a little, you know what I'm saying, into it. But at the same time, but what I'm saying, the only thing I'm saying is the way he's looking at it. What pissing me off is the way he's looking at it. He's looking at it in a lustful way and in a bad way, like in terms of he's sexualizing the situation. The girl was dancing, right? And I understand it was. Let me tell you, right?
Right.
And you are dancing, you're gonna agree what I'm saying. Kuna watu wanachezaka na energy, wanasema jamani anacheza na nguvu sana. There's other people, they dance smooth and they're like, damn, he can dance. Kuna watu wengine, you know, there's people that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for example, you and Antoine can dance, but you dance more harder than Antoine. Antoine dance yake na kwanza like that. You know what I'm saying? He's just chill.
Yeah.
He's just chill.
Yeah.
But you can understand they're still feeling the vibe, they're still in the zone, they're still feeling the vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think Jacob did the right thing to give up on music, because if he can look at it like that shows he never felt his music. He didn't know what he was singing. Because when you're in the studio recording, right? When you locked in, bro,
let me tell you.
You forget your surroundings, bro.
The reason why I told you I respect him as a person, but as a musician I don't. The reason why is because he's not original. Mimbo zinanaimbaka, ni mimbo zinamina. I know the person who wrote them. That's why. You understand?
Yeah.
I know the person who wrote them and even sang the melody.
You can tell from the tone that he didn't write it. Because a person who wrote his own songs, when they speak it out, you can hear it.
You can hear it, bro. You can hear it.
Unless
you're like Chris Brown level, you know what I'm saying? Then you like, damn, this nigga wrote this song, or you know, or he just, you know.
I thought about Chris Brown. They be
adding to and some I feel what you're saying. But
no, you can tell you don't write shit. You can tell.
But the only problem, like I said, I had.
As a person who was involved in music, you should be able to tell when a person is locked in and then the song.
Facts.
You know.
You can tell even you can even tell from the song that you listen to. You can tell this nigga was in the zone when he made this shit.
Bro, the song was fire, bro. The song was fire, man.
The song was fire. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you see some people they release a song with they barely saying anything, but the beat is going crazy. But they're saying a bit, like for example, Koma Sava. I even talked to my manager about this. Koma Sava, you can tell that nigga was in the zone when he made that shit. You can tell. You can tell like that shit is a hit, but he's not really saying too much. He's just saying some bare minimum shit, you know. But I can tell this nigga is in the zone. He's in the zone. You know what I mean?
I have a question though. Like, I have a question. Right? What's your opinion? What's your opinion on artists having like a whole group on the stage with them?
My opinion on that
And
is
I'm
simple.
not. I brought this up because I've seen Lil Durk did it. Lil Durk did it. Chief Keef has done it, and obviously our people are also doing it.
Yeah, like I can name a few. Like Gasper is doing it. Ben Justin.
I think Ben Justin started it.
No.
Yeah.
Martin started it. Martin. I promise you.
Who started making music first, Martin or Ben Justin?
Martin may be making music. I understand. Mandy ndio alimtoa Justin. I mean, alimtoa Martin. But Martin be making music since Mkambi.
Achana ya Mkambi kwanza. I'm talking about here.
Here, I think Martin be doing it longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember back in them days, them Star Awards
Bro.
in Des Moines.
Martin used to come, bro. I used to look, bro. I'll tell you, I used to look after this nigga. Like I used to like, Martin will pull up like even at a Valentine's event, whatever event it is, he will pull up with the whole crew behind him, like dancers wearing the same shit. Unaona. And he will wear some, furry shit like a pimp and shit. Martin, don't play with that nigga. He used to, yeah, like a pimp. He used to wear some shit. I don't know, but he used to be entertaining, And let me tell you, yeah. But I don't know if he's talking about Ben Justin or Martin. But anyways, 2018 Martin, yeah, exactly. 2018 Martin, shit, he used to do that shit. 2017 Martin.
Valentine's night.
He was there.
Yeah, and then bro, you know what's crazy, bro? I ain't gonna lie, but I'm so mad. Like after I realized that there's nothing in Rockford, I was so mad. I'm like, yo, we made Rockford sound like it was Dubai, man.
Bro.
Everybody wanted to be in Rockford.
That's because again, I'm gonna answer your question with you basically just answer my question.
Yeah.
So look, you said, is it good basically to have people in the stage with you? The answer is 1000%. The reason why, people are gonna be more engaged with the performance.
Right.
People are gonna be like, wait, people gonna look at it and because they will see other people vibing, they'll be like, oh shit, I got a vibe. This is a vibe song. Okay, we got a vibe. That's how it is. You know what I mean?
Add energy.
It adds energy to the music. It adds more to the music. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah. So again, see your group, Papa Mbappe group came to Rockford, for example. Rockford was already kind of like, it was already, we were already in good hands. You know what I mean? But when you guys don't lie. You guys came there because there was people there. You know what I'm saying? Already. So it's not like it wasn't popping.
What do you mean, you guys? Who was you guys?
You, Antoine,
we only came there because the people were shooting videos with Ken Travel.
That's true too. But what I'm saying is, again, they're there, so which means the state is already lit. You know what I mean? So they live there already. So you guys, let me tell you, before y'all came, I'm telling you, it was already, even before Honorina came, it was already lit. You just don't know. That's why you're not there.
I don't know. I came late. I came.
You came 2018. 2018. When I said to Kopal, it's still 2010.
That's when I went. That's when I went to college. That's when I was in college. Yeah.
You feel me? But 2015 Rockford, shit, bro, come on, it was litty. Cause at the time, that's when Africans and African Americans were already vibing. They already, like this now. Hold on. So there was party Africans to go to with African Americans and shit.
You in middle school at that time?
Huh? I was in high school. No, I just got. That's my freshman year. Trust me, I know. You know what I mean? So I was. Huh? 2019.
Oh, you're a year after me, huh?
Yeah, I'm only 23.
Yeah, you're a year after me.
Yeah, so it was, bro. Rockford was popping, and then when Arena arrived, 2017, Chidi Boy arrived at the same time, 2017. Nelly arrived at the same time, 2017. They literally arrived 1 month after each other. With the crazy part. When Arena arrived first, then Chidi arrived, and then Nelly arrived. So crazy work.
Yeah.
But when they came, they're dancers, and Chidi's a singer. Things got better. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know Chidi.
And at that time, I didn't even release a song. I was just a producer.
No. Man, people were too young at that time, bro.
I was producing since I was 15.
Music at that time, bro.
Since 15, I was producing. I was producing Destin. Remember, I told you, Martin, all of them. I was producing them
Yeah,
I
I
was just
remember Destin.
yeah, I was producing Destin in literally in my room, no homo.
That's
Like
crazy.
yeah, I was producing. I was their producer. I
Damn.
publish their music. I make the cover art of the music, and I record their music.
What year was that?
That's 2017. Even Chidi, I produce his music.
It was 2017.
Oh, he got bangers in 2017. Chidi. Sheesh.
I didn't know Chidi making music till like
I'm gonna
late
I'm
2018.
I'm gonna show you 2016 Chidi. You're gonna be like, this nigga is better now. But when you listen to him back then, you're gonna be like, I see where he comes from. Because he started making music in Michigan.
I
2016.
didn't know Chidi.
Yeah.
I knew Chidi at
He
the
came to America 2016. That's when he started making music. 2016.
Papa Mobimba shit.
Oh yeah, the nigga been making music since. He says 2015 I was in sixth grade. Hell yeah, that's my cousin though.
What, 2016? I
2015
was in
he
high
said.
school.
2016 he was in sixth grade. Ngoy. This is Ngoy I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay.
yeah, 2016, 2015 I was a freshman in high school. 2016 I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
You know, but
That's
let's get into
that's
since we're talking about dancing. I know there was a request that we saw, you know, about shining a little light on the dancers in the community. You know,
Mhm.
how do you feel about how do you feel about the female dancers in the community? I would say.
We need more of them.
Hmm.
We need more of them. We really don't have much. I only know one, and that's Lucy.
Yeah.
I only know one. Yeah, like I only know one. Yeah, that's Lucy. The rest are like they dance at weddings. That's normal. They just
That's
come dance
normal.
at my
That's
wedding. You
normal.
go dance. That's it. You know. But in terms of like female dancers, I only know Lucy from ATL, and she's fire too. We need more of that. Only I feel like we need more of it because
Cause
it
there's
kind
better
of open.
music.
Huh?
There's better music out there now to dance to.
Yeah, and it opens up opportunities to be seen by other people. You know, we can be guys. Us men can be the only people trying to pursue our own dreams. You know, I feel like the females have dreams too, but like society don't allow them to, to go after them. So when we have Lucy out there doing her thing, and obviously our community look at her like, nah, she's gone with, But for her, it's like, yo, I enjoyed this. She's living her life. It's different than a person who's inquired but really wants to be outside, but she's not.
But
She's
she's
living a fake life.
you see how I'm letting
You
you
know,
talk? You see how I'm letting you talk
she
because
can.
I want you to get everything off your chest because I got some shit to say.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thanks.
she can only see her own life through the app. She's not living it.
Facts.
And that's not I don't think that's a right way to live life. There's a reason why I told you like, yo, my parents don't know I DJ in a club, but I love that. I don't want them to know because that's I call that my safe zone. As long as
Mm-hmm.
I know I fear my parents to see me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm disciplined enough to know where enough is.
Facts.
It protects me. Because
Because they. Mm-hmm.
the day I start showing my parents I'm in the club, ass shaking, like girls are shaking ass and I'm DJing, the day my dad starts seeing that, there won't be a limit after that for me. I'm gone. You know? But I don't want them to see that. So I'm safe.
Right.
That's my discipline room right there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing with everyone else. Like live your life, but know the limit.
Facts.
Yeah.
So for me,
Yeah.
look, I respect everything you just said. That's some real nigga shit right there. Facts.
Oh God.
Now, this is what I have to add on top of that. All right.
Yeah.
The reason why females don't pursue their dreams, and when I say females, I'm talking about females in the African community, is because
Right.
most of the time, if they want to do that, a lot of females they are great dancers. A lot of females they're very business minded, but the only problem is the community is very judgy.
Yeah.
Now, imagine Lucy. I promise you. Again, let me say this louder. I promise you, 100% of the people that see her, ni malaya.
You said 100%.
100% of the people that see her, they look at her like, ni malaya.
Yeah.
She's easy to get.
Yeah.
This and this and that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why would someone want to put themselves in that situation? Why would someone want to? You get what I'm saying now?
Nobody
wants exactly. Nobody wants to be called that, and nobody wants to be viewed like that. But I give her props because she's able to handle that. It's not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not easy. You know.
No, it's not.
At the same time, she's like, "Fuck it, fuck all that. I'm still gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm still gonna enjoy myself, and I'm gonna pursue my career, you know, and I'm gonna be successful." So it's all about confidence. You know what I mean? And it's all about and hey, it's all about the system too. Maybe her mom is not with that shit, but she's like, fuck that. I'm you know, right now. Your mom. Listen, your mom is not gonna provide for your future like that. After you know what I mean? After a certain time, you gotta provide for her. You know what I mean? Right. So she's looking at it. She's looking at it like, fuck it. Like, this is my talent. God gave me this. I'm gonna use it to my advantage.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing niggas doing.
Saying, like, this is what I say. Like, you can disappoint. It's okay to disappoint your parents right now, but make them proud later.
Make them proud later.
I always say that. You know.
And
like,
listen.
Then that's how you're supposed to live your life. You know. Okay, I know my dad is not gonna support this. My mom might not support this. Not because what you're doing is wrong, but only because what you're doing is not normal where you're from,
and it's not pleasing them.
It's not pleasing them. It's not a thing. It's not something you just see around, you know.
Facts.
So obviously to them that's wrong. But if you can do that, but then later on, like, you know, they end up seeing, okay, I see where my son is going. I see where my daughter is going.
Facts.
You know, they end up being proud.
And look and listen. This is what I have to say. We prejudge a lot. You know what I mean? Like a lot. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
That's for sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and the thing I want to say is this. Now it's up to us, the next generation.
Yeah.
Because that old generation, I ain't gonna lie to you, your daddy getting old. My dad getting old. You know what I'm saying? Now it's up to me. My kid is how I'm gonna raise my kid. What I'm allow my kid to do and shit like that. And you know what they say? Kids, if you stop kids from doing shit they want to do, they're gonna do that shit regardless behind your back.
You're playing with their ego, bro.
You playing with You know what I'm saying? So what you know, and that's why they say a woman that's kept in the house, that's like, oh, don't do this, don't have boyfriends, don't do this, don't do this. Usually they freaky after that. They get pregnant after that. You know what I'm saying? So don't.
Here's my question though. Would you give your daughter freedom to do whatever?
I mean, shit. My wife wants my daughter to have freedom, so yeah. My wife knows what's best for my daughter.
I'm asking you though.
Yeah, I have freedom.
Nigga,
but it is. I understand. Yeah, but it's freedom with limits. You can because you are still a kid. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you're like 17, my nigga, like, you know what I mean? If you're like 17, come on, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're allowed to have a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're allowed to do this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, now it's up to you to determine, you know what? My dad told me this. Let me not do this. That's the only thing you can hope for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once you have a child, you can only hope for them to. You can only hope for what you installing them to remember and to be like, shit, yeah, like my dad told me this. Let me not do this. You know, let me not have this kind of friends because my dad taught me this. My mom taught me this. You know what I mean? That's the only thing you can hope for, bro. Because they can pretend. Yeah, I feel like I don't know what's going on in my throat. I don't know what's going on in my throat, bro. God is shut the fuck up, nigga.
And he said add 1 to the 17.
See, now Lebanto,
17 is old enough.
No, Lebanto.
You don't need to add 1.
Lebanto's gonna torture his kid. I'm telling you. These are niggas to watch out for. I'm telling you. These are niggas. You don't need to add 1. You don't need to know. Even 16, bro. You have to understand. If your child is your child, let's say she get married at 20, My nigga, she hasn't done anything 16, 17, 18, 19. Cause you blocking her from doing anything. Like going out to some parties. Again, she can go to parties, but you know what time you gotta be home. Right. Now listen. Now if I tell you gotta be home at 10 and you come at 12, now that's your fault. Cause now you're breaking the rules. You know what I mean? Now that's your fault. I'll let you go. I'll let you do whatever you want. See, that's where the limits come from. That's where the limits could come. It's not like I'm not letting you go. It's you. You're the one who's now you're disrespecting me in my house. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna let you have your freedom in terms of doing, whatever. Really, you know what I'm saying? Not whatever, but you know what I mean.
I'm gonna ask you this question when you have a daughter, and now you stressing. Then I'll be like, remember what you used to tell me?
Again, I don't have a daughter, and
I'm saying the time will come when you will.
Yeah, of course. And listen, I will have to stick to my words. You know what I mean? I will have to stick to my words. Yeah, for sure.
So would you treat your daughter and your son the same?
Not the same, but the same. If you know what I mean. By that I mean like, for example, right? You cannot play favorites, bro. Just because, listen, you have to allow your daughter to do what the nigga do a little bit, because then that's unfair. I'm telling you the truth. Nah. So you telling me your son can come home with the boyfriend, with the girlfriend, and shut the door in your house?
No, nobody's coming home with anybody, bro.
See, that's the thing with me. You can.
Like I will not allow my son or my daughter to come in my house with their significant other. I will never allow that. Like that, I will not even allow.
What if they're watching a movie or some shit?
No, I would not even allow them to be okay with that.
That's a thing, though. That's a thing. That's what I'm saying. Close-minded, like you said.
No, like this is what I'm saying. Like, you gotta understand this. This is my house, right?
Facts, and we're not doing anything in your house.
Bring your boyfriend and girlfriend in my house, bro.
No,
I don't want them to be.
Okay, if you come to me, Dad, can watch a movie? Can my boyfriend? Okay, I'm here. I'm home. What's the matter?
Nah, bro. You make that okay?
No, the only thing is this, right? The only thing is this: just don't introduce everybody you see to me. You understand? You get what I'm saying?
I don't.
I'm saying just don't introduce everybody you like to me. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But if I see the nigga, I'm just saying, my nigga. You gotta give this kid. He said, bro, I don't want to go to jail killing. He said, bro, I don't want to go to jail killing someone's son, though. Close-minded. I said, close legs.
This is what I'll tell my. I feel like I'll be okay with my kids dating. I wouldn't be okay with just meeting them at my house, because whoever she brings home gotta be that person. I can meet them outside of that house. Now, something, I'm okay with that. But my house, you're not bringing someone who is not gonna be your fiance, or you know what I mean.
But ain't nobody guaranteed to be the. Ain't nobody guaranteed to just be the one, my nigga. So I'm gonna tell you.
No, that's what I'm saying. For example,
unless you sleep on Mali and shit like that, then
this is why. Listen. For example, right? There's a reason why maybe people have Kuku Day and they have Mali Day. You can be dating someone for years, right? Ukienda kula kuku, now the next step you go to Mali. Obviously, not everybody when kula kuku they end up doing that, but mostly ukienda kula kuku and all. There's a reason. There's a reason to set it up like that, bro. It's the same way Americans, you go meet the dad and you ask the dad if you can marry the daughter. It's the same. It's literally the same thing, just different cultures.
Right.
You know. Now, if I was American, the only way I wanna meet my daughter's nigga or my nigga's girl is when I know for sure that the marriage talk is already going on between them two. Now I can step in. You know, but other than that, I don't want my kids to be comfortable just introducing me to somebody they with, like, bro.
This nigga said, bro, when you go to college campus, legs are more open in books.
This nigga named Bart is traumatized,
Bro,
but I don't
I'm
think he's
telling you,
gonna
this
let his
nigga,
daughter go to
no,
school.
this nigga Levanto, bro, he has the coldest lines. I'm telling you, he's a writer though, but you know, to come up with like, I mean, like that's anybody can say that, but like for him to just think about it like that on the spot, it's wild. That's how you know this nigga fucked up.
Hey, bro. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna
But
let his daughter go to college, bro.
nah, that nigga gonna let his,
Like,
you know, his daughter.
you need to understand that your daughter's gonna get flipped. You just have to.
See, you have to accept it, bro.
You have to accept it. You gotta accept it.
You know, you just gotta accept it, bro.
I,
You know what I'm saying?
you gotta accept it, bro. We have all went to college. We have lived life where we know exactly what we're
Yep,
talking
we know
about.
exactly what you're talking about for sure.
You gotta
It,
accept it and be like, you know what?
if yep, yep, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, life is tough, bro.
But check this out. Again,
Yes, sir.
like we said, our community have to let these girls, these our daughters really, we have to let them do things that they want to do. Like I'm talking about in terms of their dreams. You know what I mean? They have to chase that. If a man can chase their dream, they can do that too, bro. Some women are very business minded, orientated. You know what I mean? And our community, bro, I'm pretty sure there's some niggas out there that hate emo talk show just because she's a girl. And I'm telling you, bro, think about it. Think about it. If you literally if you I went to her comments, the only people that support her is literally girls. Literally. There's no niggas that show love to that girl. I'm telling you. Even though she's doing great, bro. There's no niggas, except for me, there's no niggas that show her the love that she deserves. And I would say the Festa too, because you know they nominate her and stuff like that. But in terms of our community, they don't push her.
Niggas be listening, but they be ignorant.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like that girl, she's trying to create something. Like she's trying to, and guess what? The shit she doing is actually educational. You know what I mean? Very educational. We talk about real life shit. You know what I mean?
Very educational. Yeah.
But guess what? Not everybody is tuned in with that. Not everybody wants to see her be on top. And again, that's anything really. But I'm talking about more in terms of because she's a girl. That's because she's a girl.
Yeah, you know how our people be. Why she doing that? She needs to go and start raising a family. You know what I mean? That's how
like,
our people think. Yeah, that's how our people think. But what she's doing and what we're doing, what's the difference? It's just she's more education than us. Her channel is more educational. We are more entertaining.
Entertaining, yeah. And guess what? No, and I mean that's true. But at the same time, she's teaching more like type of proper. We teaching just not in a class. I would say she's teaching them more like a classroom setting, and we teaching more like a street setting. You know what I mean? But we all teaching, but at the same time, we more like entertainment while teaching. She's more like, let's get to the books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but again, she's doing great. Man, I love her show. You feel me? Shout out to her. You know, may she continue to get shined on with that, with that light. You know, but again, we got to do better, guys, with subscribing, following. You know, these people that keep our day going.
Yep.
Literally, we do. Yeah. Literally, we have. Listen, we get like 5K in a video, 7K for example, and one person subscribe out of that. That's crazy. That's wild. You know what I mean?
It's okay. As long as last time I went on YouTube, I think it was it's a 81 right now, right?
Yeah.
I think when I went there, it was a 79. The next day I came was a 81. I said, okay, as long as I see a 1, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You know,
but
as long as I see a +1, I'm okay, bro. Because one at a time.
Imagine if you can get +1 for every video you upload, you would get a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, there will be that one video because this is why, right? On my YouTube, but I went from having like 5,000 to like 15 after like 2-3 videos.
Yeah.
You know, so I understood. I'm like, you know what? When one video take off, that's it.
That's it. Yep.
You know.
So, but hey, what else? What else we do? What else are we missing today that we need to talk about?
I don't even mean shit. I feel like we touched on everything you can think of.
We touched on everything. You know what I'm saying?
we didn't touch on music, but we talk a lot. We
We talk
talk a
about a
lot
lot about
about music.
music, sometimes we just have to push that aside, and like give the people
And the funny
some
thing
other
is, we
shit.
didn't even try to bring it. Like
No, no, I was
you
going
just didn't.
to. I was going to, and then
Oh,
I
you want
blocked it
to?
off. I was going to. And then that's why I said, let's talk about that industry. And I changed it. I was like, let me talk about the girl. That's why, because I didn't want to talk
Yeah.
about music anymore.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
I didn't
sense.
want to talk about
You
music anymore.
you did say artists.
Huh?
You did say like artists and shit.
Yeah, we did say like Ben Justin and stuff like that. But, we talked about Martin first performing on stage and shit. So we did a little bit and we just backed off, which I like. I don't want to be, we want to be, we want to be like, we want to talk about everything. We talked about Trump, so that's good. Everything like that. But
Right.
oh, before we go, my bad. Before we go,
Uh,
one more thing. Did you see them videos exposing the brands?
in China,
Yeah,
yeah, I seen that.
but I feel like I've been knew that though, kinda.
I feel like a lot of people knew they were
I
just
feel like they just
being
know that.
ignorant.
Yeah, they just
A
like
lot of
yeah.
yeah, I feel like just now China's coming in, they speaking about it. Now people are like, oh, like a lot of people already knew that. Like, if I want cheap labor, I'm gonna go outside the country.
Facts, and that's any business.
That's any
Any
business.
bit, no matter if you wanna,
The
if
only
you wanna,
people who are like, yeah, the only people who are complaining and finding it surprising are people who don't understand how business works.
them shits are made in China, and they go to France, they stamp it, and they bring it to the United States. Oh, this is Versace. This is this.
Yeah,
Come on,
$2.
listen, it's all business. They all have contract. They understand. They understand their shit. Know what I
You
mean?
understand, of course,
They
of
understand.
course.
There's percentages and stuff like that going around. So I'm not me. I wasn't really shocked, but my wife brought it
I
to
mean,
my attention. But
yeah, we use social media with iPhones and shit, but I mean, the main source is,
literally,
it comes
if
it comes back home and they get cents for it.
bro,
But we
if
buy
you
for
if you
1,000, 2,000.
excuse me, if you read the back of the iPhone, it says made in California. Do you know that?
Yeah,
Home of California. I think it says home of California, something like that.
I
But
say,
if
it's assembled in California, but made in like
yeah, it's made in
other
China.
countries.
It's made in China, and shit. But
Yeah.
it's
But
but
Kobo comes from Congo. That's what I was trying to
Congo.
say. But how much are they paying those kids that be getting their gold?
Shit, I'm paying my fucker 30 cents an hour. Not even an hour. 30 cents
Exactly.
a day, nigga. What you talking about?
Yeah. So before we shout out, we complain and shit about Gucci, nigga. Let's talk about what they're doing to the Congolese kids. You
Facts.
feel me? Like it's literally the
It's the
same
same
thing.
thing.
I don't know how we're more sensitive about Gucci, but
China.
we're not sensitive about Congo.
I don't know how they're more sensitive about China. Man, China kind of going through some
Right.
shit too. China is going through
Right.
some shit.
At least they got factories. They got
Facts.
jobs.
At least they got some
We
shit.
don't.
They got some infrastructure. Something. They got something. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's not a fucking
Shit.
factory in Congo making
They
anything that's
got
coming over here.
facts. You know what's crazy
You
though?
feel?
As much as
Yeah.
as much as it's stupid, if you think about it, if America wants to do business, they can do this properly. They can literally go to Congo and build factories or something, and
Yeah,
or,
but
or
in order to if they do that, now those countries slowly gonna start getting developed and they're gonna lose a lot.
so
Because
so
if
the
you're
one
gonna go build factories, you're gonna have to make sure that the electricity is nice, Wi-Fi is good, which means all that gonna have to work. And
I
if
mean
all that works, Africa's gonna stand up, and they don't want that to happen, so they have to go to China. Because
that's a
China
good
also is
that's a
big in technology.
that's a good way to look at it. I never look at it like that.
Yeah, because I mean now you gotta build airports, you gotta build the roads because your merchandise gotta move
You
around.
gotta move around, yeah. And
You gotta have
and then you have to and then you have to connect somehow with other parts of the states and countries and shit.
yeah,
And then you have
yeah,
to now you okay. I see what you're saying.
yeah. Because if my
And then
distribution center is right here, my factory gotta be somewhere else, but it's within the same country.
same,
Now
yeah,
you're developing that.
the whole country.
Because if you want good product, hey man, you gotta have good electricity and good Wi-Fi. You
Facts,
know, and they don't
facts.
want that.
And then you have to have good
If
equipment. You have to have good equipment. You have to have. Yeah,
If Congo can have the same Wi-Fi Tanzania and some other countries have, bro, a lot of the truth will be exposed.
Nigga, they don't have the same
There's
Wi-Fi.
a reason why ukienda ngambo za Baraka kule, there's nothing over there, bro.
Zanzibar, nigga.
No, I'm saying like obviously Tanzania got good ass Wi-Fi. What the fuck they got to lose? We the ones who are going through it. We cannot get that.
Facts.
We don't have, bro. There's no good Wi-Fi in Congo, bro, and that's in Congo. Like, think about that.
There's no good
We have the
Wi-Fi in Congo?
biggest
That's
state.
crazy.
The Wi-Fi is slow as fuck. Electricity
Oh,
goes off.
I
every
forgot.
night.
I forgot you was in Congo. You went to Congo, right? Or Tanzania?
No, but I went to Tanzania.
Oh, okay. But how do you know Congo's Wi-Fi is slow? You got people over there?
Yeah, I got hella people over there.
Oh shit. Me too. I just don't talk to my
And bro,
friends.
Congo Wi-Fi is slow, bro. Like, ask people that went there. And look, and also look at how our music do. Look how we do, like music wise.
Does Fali live in Congo?
Nah, he's in France, but he has a property in Congo too. Yeah, but he's
Oh
mainly in
shit,
France.
that nigga live in France for real?
Most of the artists, Congolese artists, live in Paris. Yeah,
Oh shit.
but he
That's
has
what's up.
probably lives both. He lives both, but he's mainly in Paris.
So it's like Davido. Davido live in AT. I think he live in Chicago now or something like that. Or something. But he goes to
Yeah.
Nigeria and lives there too.
Yeah,
I feel you.
it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay. Shit, that's what's up. But hey man, it's been a great talk. It's been a great time. You know, we've been here for what? An hour and what? Let me see. An hour and 21 minutes, perfect, you know. Again, it's been your boy Papa Saper, the one and only, you know what I mean?
And you know, it's right here, DJ Almada 515, the one and only, you know, June 28th in Ohio, you feel me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. That's Dayton, Ohio, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we finna catch y'all boys and girls later. You know, again, salute to y'all for keeping up with the podcast and watching. Stay tuned to more clips coming. Again, we've been going crazy, but
This one gonna have some good ones for real.
this one's gonna have good ones for sure. You know what I mean? And I feel like people gonna fuck with it. So
Yeah.
again, deuces, guys. Peace.